Blue Apron order arrived today, so I'm going to do that for our cooking show this time. Thank you for Colleen for recommending this to us. So we're going to give it a try and see how it goes. They sent us two types of things to make. One was Pan-Seared Chicken, and the other is, am I saying this right, Katsu style cod. So we'll start by opening up the bag that they sent for us. And it looks like something from the space station. And it was in a really big box too. Maybe the best way to open it is probably just to tear it all the heck. And it's kind of got a bunch of stuff inside. So let's move it to the side and see what we've got. Wow. Looks like some arugula, basil, garlic, onion, potatoes, let's see, another type of onion, red onion, snow peas, some breadcrumbs, rice, and again, these are two different meals. This is eggs. Wow, I didn't need those. I guess I should have told them that. Knickknacks. So I think these are just spices and things. More knickknacks. What is this? I'm supposed to know what this is, but I don't know what this is. It is a squash. 8-ball squash. Never seen this in my life. So for those of you who've never seen it, do I shake it up and say, will this meal be good today? Not likely. That was terrible. Okay, here is the chicken. And, oh, here's a lemon. Yeah, I know what that is. Here is the cod. Ooh, that looks delicious. I think that's everything. And oh my gosh, I love ice packs. I could use these for my lunch boxes later. Bunches and bunches of ice packs. Fantastic. Okay, so those are all our ingredients, but it's for 2 meals. And they send these really cool little sheets. Can you see that okay? That's for the chicken. Here's for the cod. On how to prepare it back and front. Ta-da. And some tips on what wines to pair it with. That's nice of them. We'll probably just drink Kool-Aid or something with ours. And then different things, different fun facts about rice. Never really thought of there being fun facts about rice, but I'm sure there are, like this. In countries to which it had to be imported, rice was once considered so precious that some kept it locked up inside cabinets to prevent pilfering. That's a fun fact. So I'm going to get organized and get everything separated into the 2 different meals, and probably going to cook the chicken meal today. That's probably a good place to start for our family, because I know the children are not going to eat cod, but I will, and Jeff will. So I'm going to get everything separated and we'll get started. Okay, so I've washed the vegetables and I'm chopping or cutting the potatoes into halves like so, and putting them on a cookie sheet that's lined with aluminum foil, and I sprayed a little bit of oil on top. So I'm going to cut these up, and it also talks about cutting up the onion and the 8-ball squash. Okay, am I going to cut this up correctly and not make a total mess of this meal? Outlook is good. Okay, we're getting somewhere. So I'm going to do that. And then the potatoes are going to roast in the oven at 475 degrees for about, let's see, it says about 9 to 11 minutes. And then I'm going to add in the vegetable mixture, which we'll get to shortly. So I'm going to keep cutting these all in half. Now I'm going to cut up the 8-ball squash, so I won't be able to ask it any more questions. So it says to cut off the ends. This is great. It tells me exactly what to do. This is totally worth any kind of cost that it will be. This particular, this is a freebie. which is kind of cool because you get to try it. So it says to cut off both ends, halve the squash lengthwise, then slice lengthwise into 1/2 inch thick wedges. So I'm thinking I gotta cut it in half and cut it in half lengthwise, and that probably wasn't right, but that's okay. I'm gonna keep just cutting little slices like so. Okay, and then the next thing I'm gonna cut is onion, and we're gonna add it all to a bowl with a little bit of olive oil, salt, and pepper. So I never ever would have probably in my whole life eaten this squash, because I don't even know if I could find it in the grocery store. But I guess I'll go look for it now that I've tried it, or if I even like it, which I think I will. I do grow squash outside in my garden and really don't quite know what to do with it either, other than make bread and out of it, and that's or put it on the grill with some olive oil, salt, and pepper. So it's kind of nice to know that there may be something else I can do with it. So I'm also going to chop up the onion. Let's see, does it give me any ideas what I'm supposed to do? Peel and finely chop the garlic. Okay, I didn't do that yet. Finely chop the almonds. Where's my onion? Then slice into 1/4 inch wide wedges. So I always cut off the top and bottom of my onion too. And I'm going to do that. And I'm going to try not to cry. So sad. Sorry, little onion. Oh, it smells good though. I like a strong, funky onion. Okay, and just cut. I guess I'm just gonna start cutting this sucker in half, and then start cutting, I don't know, like that. That looks about right. I know there's a skill to this cutting thing, and I don't really know it very well. Gives me a picture, and this is kind of what it looks like, little pieces like so. So I'm going to add that in with the squash. Did I do the whole darn thing? Yes, one whole thing. I'm going to cut up this whole onion. And to separate the pieces. Ooh, feeling it, feeling it. Feeling the tears. Whew. Oh my. And then the garlic, that's not gonna make me cry. That's gonna be strong too. Whoopsie. Oh my. Very sad. Very sad day. Okay, it talks about chopping up some almonds. So this is what the almonds look like, as you can see. So I'm gonna chop those up. And then I'm also going to take the basil and remove all the leaves from the stems. Oh, that smells so nice. Look how fresh and pretty that is. So pretty. Look at that. We do not have basil in our yard. We do have mint and rosemary. So at some point in time, we'll probably grow some basil, but I don't have any at this point. So I'm going to take these all off, get them all ready. And then I'm going to chop up some onion. Right now I've got the potatoes roasting for about 10 minutes. Got 5 more minutes on that. Then I'm going to add the vegetable mixture, which is just squash and onion, a little bit of olive oil, salt, and pepper. And that'll go in the oven to roast. It's at 475 degrees, which is pretty hot. But you got to cook those potatoes, you know. So they're going to all go in together for another 15 minutes. Potatoes, vegetables, and then we're going to get ready to start cooking the chicken. It's a little odd, you know, this food just shows up on my front porch and was sitting there when I got home from work. Who knows how long it could be sitting there. But it's got these nice ice packs in there, so it keeps everything cold. And then I stuck it in the refrigerator till I was ready to use it. So, you know, I don't think we're going to get any kind of food poisoning. That wouldn't be very good for business now, would it? And I think they take every precaution to ensure that that won't happen. All right, so yes? A what? A PJ mask? Yeah. I don't even know what that is. Okay, I'm gonna keep cutting. And oh, I don't even know what that is. I'll have to look at it. So I'm gonna chop up the almonds, the garlic and I've separated the basil. Okay, I've roasted the potatoes for about 10 minutes. Now I'm putting the potatoes and the vegetables in to roast for another 15 minutes at 475 degrees. Okay, I've come to the part where I'm going to start cooking the chicken, and I actually find this part incredibly unnerving because I don't like touching raw meat, but you know, I guess it's part of it. So they gave me a packet of flour, and they say to take the meat, pat it dry. That's weird. So I'm going to pat it dry. So here's where I start touching raw meat. That's gross. That's gross. And then I put it in the flour, coat it. Oh, that looks nice. Like so. And we're going to do this for 4 pieces, like so. Throw away this nasty towel right there. And then we're going to put it in a frying pan with some hot olive oil, and we're going to fry it up. And it says 3 to 5 minutes or until golden brown. And then we're going to put it aside and keep it warm while we're waiting on the rest of our vegetables to cook, because the next part is going to be the arugula, which I really love arugula. I love it fresh in a salad. I've never cooked it before. So I'm excited to find out how this turns out. Now I've got the chicken searing in a pan, and I'm going to flip that over in a couple of minutes after I coated it with some flour, salt, and pepper. And so that will be done shortly, and we still have our potatoes and vegetables cooking in the oven, and that should be done in a couple minutes. Ooh, fogging up the lens. This is making a racket, frying up really nicely. I'm kind of paranoid about not cooking my chicken long enough, so I'm going to cut a little piece just to make sure it's cooked on the inside. And let's see. It looks good. I'm going to cook it a few more minutes, nice and brown on both sides. See how that looks? Pretty. Okay. And then the next step is that we're going to cook the arugula with some garlic, and then we're going to add it, chop it up, and then add it to some almonds and Parmesan cheese. So we're getting really close. Okay, now I'm going to add the garlic and the arugula. And the arugula is in this cute little bag. Okay, so we're going to cut this bag open. We're going to add it to the pan that we just cooked the chicken in. It said it's called fond, the goobery stuff that left at the bottom of the pan after you cook the chicken. So there goes my garlic, chopped up nicely. My arugula, my lovely, lovely arugula. And I added a little bit more olive oil. Whoa, that's a lot, but we'll see how that cooks down. So I'm going to cook that up. And let me turn this sideways a little bit. So I'm going to get all that goobery stuff at the bottom and mix it in. I'm going to put a little bit more olive oil. So they don't include olive oil. I have this at home. Salt and pepper and olive oil is all they ask that you add separately. So let me cook this down a little bit. It's a lot of work. I'm hot, sweaty. It says to finally chop the arugula after you cook it, which seems a little weird to me because it's hot and it's weird to cut it. It also says to drain it, but it really wasn't that like liquidy, so I just stuck it on a cutting board and start chopping. And then once I finish chopping, I add it to the bowl of Parmesan cheese and almonds with a little bit of, and some lemon. Squeeze 4 lemon wedges over the mixture. So I guess this is probably chopped up enough. So I'm going to go ahead and add it like so. That was garlic and arugula. And now it's added to the almonds and the Parmesan cheese. Slowly stir in enough olive oil to create a rough paste. So we're kind of making a pesto. Okay, I'm just reading. And then I'm supposed to add the roasted vegetables once I've made sort of a paste out of it. Okay, here we go. Now there's a bunch of seeds on here, so I'm going to kind of do that so the seeds don't fall in. Where goes the seed? Okay, one seed fell in. I'm going to do it like this so it doesn't fall in here. This is my trick. I don't know. Maybe this is something Julia Childs does. I have no idea. Sounds good to me. Let it go through my fingers. Makes my hands smell better after all that onion and garlic. Make sure I don't have any seeds going in there. Guess I could always just squeeze it in another container and then dump that in here, but it's not what it says to do. Alright, so there's that. Now I'm going to make a paste. Here's a little bit of olive oil. We're just going to start with a little bit and see how it goes. I'm just going to stir. God, everything smells delicious though. Nobody's going to eat it. I just know it already. I'm going to pretend like anybody's going to eat this besides me. So it's looking really pretty. Can you guys see that? It smells fabulous. Put a little bit more olive oil, just a little, because it's kind of not pasty enough. Alright, then I'm going to add the vegetables, which I kind of stuck back in the oven just to keep it warm. Is it what? Yes, it is past June 20th. The kids didn't even bother to help at all. Alright. Now, let me get my little vegetables out. Now, I think there's too many onions, so I'm going to be kind of goofy and pick out some stuff and not put everything in there. I'm going to definitely take out the squash, because onions just might throw everybody over the edge, especially that many. So I'm kind of picking out the squash and only putting a little bit of onion in there. Ooh, smells fabulous. Have I said that 18 times already? Well, it does. Stuck a little bit. Okay, so now add the roasted vegetables. Does that mean I do the potatoes? I think I put the potatoes in there too, but it doesn't say. I think there's potatoes in there too. Okay, so I'm going to throw the potatoes in there too. Mix it all up. Ooh, pretty. I'd never have done this ever in my life. It's just too weird. Okay, so I'm going to mix this up and now we're almost done.
Like that. This leaf right here.
It's good.
It's not bad. What did you taste?
The arugula?
Oh.
I don't like arugula.
I don't know. Let me see what you're eating. What are you eating? The chicken part?
I don't know what the chicken tastes like.
You don't know what the chicken tastes like?
I do.
What does it taste like?
Lettuce.
The chicken tastes like lettuce?
No, not lettuce. Like some vanilla. Like
This is
vanilla.
really cool.
Like vanilla. I won't put Grandma on the video.
Please don't.
Please. We're not going to take a picture.
Well, what do you think a video is?
Just a video.
Kim. Kim.
Alright.
Let me show you.
You like it because you're photogenic.
It's actually really good.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you guys like it. Thank Colleen, though, because she's the one who gave us this.
Oh, yeah,
Say
thanks,
thank you, Colleen.
Thank you.
Thank you, Colleen.
Snapchat me.
Mm-hmm. No.
This is my picture.
Let me see. Is that a house in the middle?
Is it good?
Mom.
Jackson likes it.
What is that?
Do you get to choose food?
Kind of. You can say what you don't want. I said I didn't want lamb.
Now you have to guess what I'm making.
Or what I'm watching you eat.
What are you watching me for?
No.
What's in like that you think I want to eat?
Nothing's bad in it. I'll give you the whole recipe if you want to look at it. I just want to see if you liked it.
Mhm.
Okay, good.
I'm crazy about the green stuff.
Is
Okay.
that a house?